Welcome to the OFM Secret Podcast, a space created for OnlyFans agency owners and content creators. In each episode, I'll read you an article written by Captain Goldtooth from OFMSecretStash.blog, where he breaks down traffic strategies, shares resources, reviews tools, and dives into everything that matters in the OnlyFans industry. Today's article is titled, How I Made $200 on My First Day as an OnlyFans Chatter, and if you'd like to read it or access the resources mentioned, you'll find the link in the description. The captain's words begin like this. 15 days ago, I took over managing Milfy's OnlyFans profile. December 1st marked the official start of our collaboration, during which the agency revamped her profile, optimizing her bio, curating her catalog of images, touching them up, and scheduling content for the feed. A week later, Milfy decided to part ways with her previous chatter, leaving the chat responsibilities entirely in my hands. At the time, I had little bandwidth to focus on it. My main goal was to keep fans engaged by responding to messages casually. That all changed last Sunday. My Sunday plans, originally meant for relaxing at home with my partner, were unexpectedly disrupted. Left with an open schedule and restless energy, I decided to work, but not from home. I headed to a lovely family-friendly restaurant near the beach, one of the perks of living in a coastal city. Naturally, I opted to tackle the numerical and marketing aspects of the job in such a public setting, steering clear of anything that would show porn images of Milfy on my MacBook screen. Then, like a divine sign, a red notification appeared in the Messages tab. It was John. Well, not really John, but that's the pseudonym I'll use for him in this journey. Reviewing his chat history with the previous chatter, I noticed he was one of the few who had purchased the $6 welcome photo pack. 6 photos for $6. It wasn't much, but it was a start. I decided to initiate a conversation. Wait. Before I continue reading the captain's words, I've got a little secret to share with you. There's a private, invite-only Telegram group made just for readers of this blog. And no, this isn't your typical OFM Telegram group flooded with spammy promo links or Filipino guys begging for jobs. This is a tight-knit crew of outlaws who are laser-focused on what actually works. No fluff. No bullshit. Inside, you'll unlock forbidden knowledge. You'll gain access to a massive stash of high-powered resources, traffic methods, scripts, tools, you name it. You will network with elite marketers and rogue agents who know how to bend the rules and make real money doing it. If you're done with recycled YouTube advice and ready to dominate OnlyFans from the shadows, this is your call. Join now. The link's waiting in the description. All right, let's get back to the article. The captain wrote, I quickly shifted the chat to roleplay, crafting scenarios while gauging John's engagement. I shared a few sensual stock photos to test the waters, narrating detailed scenarios step by step. Shout out to GPTs for streamlining this process. As we chatted, I encouraged him to share his dick photos, which he enthusiastically did. I then began introducing locked photos for small fees, starting with $3 and gradually increasing, $6, $10, and so on. This is what is called the ladder method, adjusting the value proposition and price incrementally based on the fans' reactions. Text was crucial in building anticipation and hype for each image. For example, I'd start with cheaper photos showing basic actions, e.g., a $5 photo of the model about to touch a dildo with her lips. Then, I'd charge more for the climax of the sequence, e.g., $15 for the model with her lips touching the dildo and $25 for one of her sucking it. Every image was paired with the right caption to keep John engaged and eager. Additionally, with every scene change, we went through 3 in total: the living room couch, the bathroom, and the jacuzzi. I asked John for a tip as a reward for being so good. It's worth noting that during these scenes, I was very strict, demanding that he follow specific actions while also leaving room for him to suggest his own. Being firm and commanding obedience made it much easier for the call to actions involving payments to be accepted without hesitation. In short, pure manipulation. This playful exchange lasted over an hour, culminating in a final package of 2 photos for $45. By the end of the session, I had made $213, a fantastic outcome for my first real day as a chatter, and all within just 2 hours of effort. The best part? I was sitting in a restaurant surrounded by families enjoying their Sunday by the beach, scrolling through Milfy's vault and carefully selecting the spiciest photos. For anyone interested in achieving similar results, here are 3 videos that helped me immensely. First, Katie, an OnlyFans creator, has a YouTube channel filled with practical advice. One of her videos explains how to price content effectively, simple, actionable, and to the point. Next, some invaluable videos by Yala Papi, teaching you how to navigate fan conversations, gradually increasing their spending while ensuring they remain satisfied and engaged. Buoyed by my initial success, I spent some time that evening reorganizing Milfy's folders, identifying high-spending fans, and reconfiguring the welcome message for new subscribers. But that's a story for another post. For now, let's just say this journey has officially set sail, and I can't wait to see where it takes me. And those were the words of Captain Goldtooth and his wild OnlyFans journey. If you want to access the resources mentioned in the article, head over to ofmsecretstash.blog, or just click the link in the description. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next episode of the podcast.